Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive. Oh, wow, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay, I got to give the dog his stuff. Got to give the doggy his treat real quick. And then we will get going. I am still dragging ass from that flu. Like I'm not better. I'm not 100% better. It's really annoying. So, I mean, I really am. I mean, I am just dragging ass. This was a rough one. I haven't been this sick probably in, I don't know, maybe since 2019, 2018, 2019. So, I mean, I'm dressed. You can see, like, I'm wearing clothes today. So, I leave the house for short intervals and then get completely exhausted from whatever I'm doing. Okay, buddy. Okay. There you go. Where's your Congo, bud? Look at him. He doesn't really want to come in here. Not really. Not really. So anyway, I'm just like, I'm a little out of it still. So it's like, just have to bear with me. Just have to bear with me. So, I guess the first thing we should look at is the economy, huh? Jesus. All right. So we knew this guy was going to crash the economy. We knew it. We knew it going in. I don't think you need to be psychic to know it. And I want to look at the U.S. economy and then branch out from there. Oh, I didn't know they found bones. I know nothing about that. I'll have to look into it. Okay, so let's take a peek. U.S. economy. I am open for readings. I have a few spots left in June. So if you want to get in with me, do it in June. Get in there. Do it now before it sells out. And I typically don't have a lot of spots in July. And then essentially, usually November, December, and January are all year ahead readings. So 2026, it'll be 26, obviously. They're year ahead readings. So if you want to, I am open for email readings, and I have spots for those. So I'm ready to go if you want to do an email reading. But as far as regular readings go, it's kind of like August, September is kind of your sweet spot before I sell out again, and I will sell out. I sell out those year ahead readings every year. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll wait till, November, December, don't wait, because you won't get in for a regular reading. I only do year ahead readings around then. So if you're like, man, I really need to get in to see her, it's like August, September, October, I usually do a themed reading, but oh God. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so U.S. economy. Oh boy. Okay. How do I don't know, how do I even go here? I don't oh my God. Okay, so we see here the government, that's this card here. And then we see everything sitting here. It's like they want movement, they don't get movement. So I'm reading this card as though it were upside down. King, you have to stop doing that, sweetie. So it's coming in as though we're upside down, which means no movement. So we're starting to look at a stagnant economy. Now, we're not going to get the full information or implications about it until we are out of the Mercury and the Venus retrogrades. So not until mid-April are you really going to get a hint of where we're going, what's going on. Like, you won't see it. So bear this in mind, that whatever the full implications are, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him flip-flopping even more so while we're dealing with these retrogrades still, but whatever the implications are, you're really not going to know about what it is until mid to late April. So we see there's the delusion card here. And then what do we have? Well, we've got the 10 swords in our back. So this is super fun. Now, what's really interesting is it's like he wants this. He wants this. We're going to look at it because I'm very curious to see why would a man want to crash the economy. But he wants it. He wants the 10 swords in our back. I mean, we know he's a Russian asset. Let's not fool ourselves here. I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think it's legit. I think it's 100% legit. I'll look at the banks. I'm going to look at everything. But we see that we are going in a new direction, which is not a good one. And we're going to be carrying the burden. So this is the future for the U.S. economy. We are carrying the burden. So I want to take a peek. Why would this man purposefully want to do this? I'm very curious. I mean, aside from the whole Russian asset thing and all, but I want to go find him. I want to know what the reasoning behind it is. And it's going to take a while, just so you know. I anticipate full recession, if not depression. It's going to take a while before we get there. So we're seeing the actions. He's performing the actions. But we're not really seeing, our prices going up yet. We're not really seeing layoffs. We're not seeing foreclosures. We're not seeing all that stuff yet. That's going to be delayed. We're not going to see that for a good hot minute, but I do believe it is coming. Julia says, is he capable of reason? I think he is, actually. Why are you purposefully crashing the economy? Oh, he's talking to me. He wants to talk today. Okay. We can't believe a word that he says. So it's different. I want to say this to distinguish. It is a little bit different between having whoever I'm reading talk to me as opposed to me reading them. When they talk to me, they can lie to me. They can tell me whatever they want. This is how they are viewing themselves in a way. When I'm reading somebody, I can get underneath all of the bullshit and get real answers. But right now, I just want to say he is talking to me. And what he's telling me, he's saying, oh my God, I hate this guy. He's saying, oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to fix everything. Oh, it's going to fix everything. You don't understand. He's first of all, he's telling me the market. It's so Trump. He wants to talk stock market and not anything else. But he's like, the market was due for a correction. The market was due for a correction. That's the first thing he's telling me. The second thing he's telling me is, oh, it's going to be so beautiful. He thinks everybody's going to bend to his will. That's what he's telling me. It's all going to work out. You don't understand. The way that he's coming through to me, it's very condescending. And it's very much like, Kirsten, you're an idiot. You don't understand how smart I am, kind of a thing. I want to look at Cory Booker, by the way, because that might have just kicked off his 2028 run, which on the one hand, yay. And on the other hand, terrifying. Are we really going to run another person of color against some probably JD Vance? Like, are we really going to try that one again? He wants to drive it off a cliff. He wants to drive it off a cliff. He really believes, so this is how dumb this guy is. He really believes, it's the Lover's card over here, that it's going to force people to do what he wants. Which, he's kind of getting away with that. We see it with the law firms. You've heard this about the law firms, right? He's going around to all these law firms that represent people that were against him or that brought cases against him. And he's basically getting all this free work and getting them to back off certain things just because he says so. He thinks this is really going to make he's like, oh, we're going to have best friends. We're going to have so many best friends. We're going to have so many best friends. This is literally what this guy thinks. He really believes, he knows he's making a mess. Okay, so he knows it. He knows he's making a mess. He knows he's screwing with the economy. He sees that here. Oh my God, these cards are also telling me it's revenge. Oh, it's revenge too. Unlike us, on the American people. Oh, this guy's sick. We knew this, but oh my God, it's revenge. It's part of his isolationist ideas. I mean, it's part of that. So it's weird because he wants to be isolationist, but then he's also like, and we'll have all the best friends in the world. I'm going to make so many deals. But he knows, look at this. He knows he's messing around with the economy and he's A-okay with it. Part of it is revenge. He just wants, even his own supporters, he has contempt for his own supporters. He just wants to make people miserable. He knows he's doing it. He's aware. So he does not care. Somehow he thinks that doing this is going to get us better partnerships. This is the man's logic. Yeah, I agree. He's a total psycho. He thinks it's going to get us better partnerships. He thinks it's going to get us better things. I highly disagree. But also there is this idea of, I'm getting revenge on all these people. I think he does hate America. I think he does. So let me just tell you what you're going to end up seeing. And this dog needs to be quiet because I'm about to go into a nice little mode here. He needs to relax. It's like, oh, I'm going to dig up the carpets, Mom. Here's what you're going to see. Okay. I think there's a lot of flip-flops. Oh, the tariffs are on. Oh, the tariffs are off. Oh, we're not doing this. Oh, they negotiated and I'm the strong man and da-da-da-da-da, and I got what I wanted when he really didn't. I mean, more of the same shit, basically, when it comes to tariff stuff. Guides are telling me it's like, it's weird because it's like, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on. This goes beyond these retrogrades too. So it goes beyond the Venus and Mars or Mercury retrograde that we're dealing with right now. And it's like, eventually he abandons the whole thing. Eventually he abandons the whole idea of tariffs, but not for a while. That comes way later. That comes way, way, way later. Right now, the guides are telling me it's like, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on. Nobody wants him to do this. Oh, guides are telling me he can't be controlled either. He's off the rails. Jesus, these people are so stupid. You think they would have learned the first time? So his quote unquote handlers, and I don't believe we're talking about Russians here. We're talking about Vance and Musk and, his handlers, people that bought and paid for this man. He can't be handled. It's like they're realizing he can't be handled. And they're going, uh-oh, well, we didn't want him to do this. Why is he doing that? Uh-oh. And he's just like, I don't give a shit. He's saying shit. He'll tell them he's going to go on camera and say one thing, and then he'll go on camera and say the exact opposite. It really does feel like the madness of King George kind of a thing. It really does. So guides are telling me economic instability for the United States and surrounding countries. So that would be Mexico and Canada, interestingly enough. Economic instability for the foreseeable future. For the foreseeable future. They basically are saying at least the next 9 months. 9 months of instability. And then at the end of the 9 months, we're going to plateau into something that it honestly could go either way right now. We could go into a legitimate recession, legitimate like textbook recession. Like I always said post-Rona that we were in a recession and they wouldn't call it a recession. That, we, the people, were hurting. I think we can all agree with that. Financially, we were not doing well. But now I'm talking about like textbook. Yes, this checks all the boxes of a recession that the economists will say, yes, it's a recession. But guides are saying you could go either way right now. Like a recession is not guaranteed. I personally believe, so my guides and I are a little bit at odds here. I personally do psychically believe we will hit a recession. But the guides are saying it's not 100%. At the end of 9 months, interesting time period. At the end of 9 months, the guides are like, you'll know where you are. You'll know where you're standing. But we are walking away from prosperity. I mean, 100%, that's the cards here. We are walking, there we go. We are walking away, there we are, from prosperity. We are walking away from it. Same thing as anything else. Some people are going to make money. We're going to see how you get to maximize this situation that we're all in. So I'm going to get advice cards for you guys. But some people will make a lot of money during this time period. If you're paying attention, you can make a lot of money. But again, I will say it's not time to overextend yourself. It's time to pay down your debt and be done. That's odd. Huh. God knows what I was doing in here when I had flu brain. You know, you give you flu brain and you're just like doing like random shit. That was me the last like 2.5 weeks. I really shouldn't have gone live last week. I really shouldn't have. I was so out of it. But yeah, it's he's all over the place with these tariffs, and the tariffs are one of the worst things. The cuts and all the cuts that they're making, those really start to show within the next 6 months. You're already seeing it now. You're already seeing people with longer wait times, Social Security, and all that kind of stuff. But economically, we don't really feel the weight of this man's policies until 2026, and then it comes down like a crash of a house of cards. Like it comes down. But whether or not we hit an actual recession, again, economically speaking, so we're checking all the boxes. The guides are saying, yeah, it's not set in stone yet, but you are walking away from stability. You're walking away from prosperity. Again, I've got the burden card here. So again, it's saying you guys are going to be, you know, in trouble. Oh, thanks, guys. So I want to get advice, and then I want to look at other economies and the global economy. Guides are telling me this is going to hit everybody. It does. It hits everybody. The US going completely unstable hits everybody's economy. So if you are watching this from another country that is not the United States, please bear in mind, you should also be watching your money. They're telling me consumer spending goes down. Way down. Way down. Oh, my hair looks awesome. Thank you. I just got it done. I'm going to go there. Again, I will reiterate, I am open for readings in June if you want to get one with me. They're almost sold out. I have, I think, maybe four or five spots left. Somewhere in there. But make sure that you snag your spot. Okay, so what's the advice here? Ooh, okay, so pay attention to this. This is the stuff you really want to pay attention to. Here's your advice card. Whoa, okay. I'm actually going to start with our last card here. So our outcome card, our end card here is the 10 of Swords in the back. Bam, right there. So we're getting it. He wants us to get it. He wants to stab us in the back. This is really revenge. It really is revenge on the American people. He hates us. This man doesn't just hate us who hate him back, kind of a thing, but he hates all of Americans. Like, he hates them all, even his own people. So yeah, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. 10 swords in the back. That's so, this is coming. This is coming. I'm going to put the card right up in there. Look at that. It is coming. So be prepared for it. Now, the advice. So we start out here. So again, we've got the 7 of Cups. The cards are telling us it's illusion, delusion. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. We don't really know where it's going to go. We don't know where the chips are going to fall. Again, I psychically firmly believe we're going to hit a recession, if not a depression. But we don't really know what that's going to look like. We don't really know what that's going to look like. So the advice here is to understand you don't really know what the future is going to bring. Do you know what I mean? You can say, oh, a recession, but you don't know how that's going to affect you. You don't know what's going to happen there. So just kind of understanding you have a very uncertain future right now. The energies are uncertain. And what is being, what's the word I want? Sort of signaled to us may not be legit. I think we're going to feel a hell of a lot better when we get out of these retrogrades. Cards are telling you, pay attention to what you do with your money. Where are you keeping your money? Where are you keeping your money? What is your money doing for you? I'm going to look specifically at the market, at the stock market. But what are you doing with your money? What are you choosing to spend your money on? If you can pay down your debt and save at the same time, great. Great. Fabulous. If you can't and you have to choose between one or the other, you might want to pay down debt one month and then put something aside the next month. But you have credit card debt. When I talk about debt, I'm really talking about credit card debt. I'm talking about credit card debt. I'm talking about personal loans, car loans, those kinds of things. If you have a variable interest rate, I would go get a fixed interest rate. Now, again, I am not a financial expert. Okay. I'm not, I'm just a psychic lady on fucking YouTube. So, talk to a financial expert about this kind of stuff. But I would say, I feel like these interest rates are going to be nuts for the next 3-4 years. So if you have a variable interest rate, you might want to look into getting a fixed interest rate. But this is the big deal here. Where are you spending your money? Where are you choosing to spend your money? I'm going to say it again. Please do not cut off small businesses like myself. We depend on you. We need you. Jeff Bezos does not need your Prime payment. He does not need your Prime money. I, however, do. I need those subscriptions. It's how I feed myself and make a living. And that's a ton of other small businesses. So please, when you are looking at where you're spending your money, cut off the small businesses at the very last thing. It's the very last thing you can do. Do you know what I mean? We need you. We're dependent on you. Jeff Bezos is not. Target is not. Walmart is not. So bear that in mind, please. But you want to look at where the money is, what you're doing with it, paying attention to it. That's a biggie. You want to have a financial plan. So this is a biggie here, moving towards a financial plan. Do you want to maybe move money out of the US? You totally could. Again, talk to a financial expert before you do anything major or drastic, but you need to have a plan here. You need to have a plan for when this hits. If I lose my job, do I have enough savings to live? Or can I go move in with my mother? Or can I move in with my daughter? Or whatever that looks like to you. But you want to have a plan for the worst, for the disaster. You want to have a plan for that. You want to take action. So don't just sit here and do nothing. You want to make sure that you're taking action, that you are fortifying yourself. I also think that stockpiling may not be a terrible idea. Now, I'm not saying, go buy us all out of toilet paper like it was with Rona. Oh, yeah, no, always shop at a lumberyard. It's Lathan. Screw Home Depot and Aces Lumber. Yeah, no, always shop at a lumberyard. Do never buy lumber from them. They wanted to raise your internet by $80? Oh, hell no. And you can always negotiate all that stuff down. Internet, phone bill. Sometimes you can even get them to take down the interest rate on your credit cards. But that's the move. Celtic Seer says people will be gravitating towards supporting smaller businesses. Multinational corporations will take a hit unless they learn to be flexible. Candace says, if I get my passport at the end of this month, will there be any problems with processing of it then? I mean, I would get it sooner rather than later. I would get all, if you're having to you need to get a real ID or a passport or anything like that in the US, I would get it sooner rather than later. And I'm going to say this again, say it every time. So please bear with me. I know some of you are sick of hearing it. Economies I'm just going to look at kind of global economy. And then I want to look specifically at the countries I know that are watching me. But if you are an undocumented immigrant, if you are undocumented, if you are documented, if you have a green card, if you have a visa, please consult an attorney. Yes, I'm doing free readings for those people that are in those situations. I'm also doing free readings for transgender people. All you have to do is email me, KirstenLangstonAuthor@gmail.com. I'm racking my brain going, how can I help people? How can I help people? But I want to be able to do it in ways that are comfortable for me as well. And I'm like, well, yeah, readings, duh. So I'm doing those readings, and that's my way of contributing right now. But I tell every person in those readings, consult an attorney. That is the number one thing. Consult an attorney. Especially, I mean, if you're transgender, I don't know if an attorney is going to help you, but if you have any issues with passports or not passports, but visas, green cards, all of those things, if you're DACA, all of that, please consult an attorney. Yes, it's fine to get a reading by me or anybody else. And for the most part, most people are pretty safe, but save up a little bit of money if you need to, or you could probably, there may be people in the chat might know resources where you can talk to an attorney for free. I don't, but consult an attorney. Know what your rights are. I mean, they're pulling people right off the street. People that have no, that are citizens. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely batshit. So at the very least, even if you don't talk to an attorney now, have the number of an attorney. Keep it in your phone or your wallet. Sew it into your underwear if you need to. But just so you know, if something happens, and I know a lot of these people aren't able to talk to attorneys because they're not getting their phone calls. So make sure a family member has the name of your attorney. So if you don't come home from work one day, they can call that person and say, I think so-and-so got nabbed. Please do this. Please, I beg of you. Please. It even if nothing happens to you, you will be prepared. You will be forewarned. You will be forearmed. You will be ready to go. So looking at the global economy, well, our old friend is here again. So we see it's like a bubble. We see, and the cards are basically, they're saying, look, you don't know where you're going to go. Global economy, we don't know where it's going to go. We have no idea. We do have the tower here as far as the economy goes. We have the death card beneath it. What that's telling me is that we're in for some very big shifts. It is. I'm sorry, global world. I'm sorry. It's Trump's fault. It's America's fault. I'm sorry. It is 100%. 100%. 1.8 million Europeans so far have canceled their holidays to the US. So far, this is just the beginning. Oh, agree. Yeah, I'm going to read on that, actually, banning America. I like that. So yeah, just so you know, we have worrisome stuff here as far as global economy goes. We again have the burden. It's coming in with a card of money. So everybody just watch your money. This is not the time to be spending. This is the time to save. Again, it's the time to pay down your debt. I see it. And I see it hitting these, like I said, we have a lot of people in the UK, a lot of people in Europe, a lot of people in Australia and Canada. You guys are going to get it. You guys are going to get it too. I don't think you're going to get it as bad as the US, but you are going to get it. So just stop buying crap. This is the best thing I can tell you. Sorry. Sorry. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Again, unless you're supporting small businesses like me, which we depend on you. But if you don't need it, don't buy it. You don't need that beret from Amazon. You don't need, with these, the names of these companies on Amazon. I don't shop on Amazon anymore unless I have to. There's a couple of medical things I can only get on Amazon, like for my contacts. I can't find the stuff anywhere else, which is annoying. But these companies, Depop and cat shit, and they're not real companies. Ooh. Dude, the world, oh my God, he wants that too. What is up with this guy? I mean, I know, but okay, so the ban on all things American, people boycotting American stuff. Well, dude, Trump loves it. What is this? Tell me, what is this? He loves it. He is celebrating. It is a victory for him. So it is. I mean, this is the Russian asset stuff. That's what it is. It has to be, because he is super stoked. And this is part of his plan. Part of the plan. He doesn't want people to spend money here. He doesn't want people to come here. He loves it. He loves it. And we are going to lose money. So America is going to go from this 9 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles. We are going to lose money. But we won't know it for a while. So again, there's going to be this whole idea of like, oh, everything is fine. And let me tell you this. They're going to tell you, the ubiquitous they, of course, they're going to tell you everything's fine. Even when, our money isn't worth shit and things are going down the toilet, they're going to be like, no, everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything is just fine. I do want to look at the stock market, of course. But as far as the countries that are basically boycotting us, she's naked. It goes very well for them. It goes very well for them. They're like, this is great. We don't need American bullshit. How about that? It's not good. It's not good. And it's like, he likes it. He likes it. He's into it. Watcher says, I just blew thousands on a battery backup system for Florida hurricanes. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I'm pretty sure that would be tax deductible, I would think. If it's kind of a safety house improvement thing, I don't know. But once we run out of money, the rich will be able to buy our assets for pennies on the dollar. And a lot of people are suspecting that that is the plan. All right, so let's look at the stock market in general. It's going to keep doing this. It's going to keep seesawing. It's going to keep being crazy. GOP, gaslight, obstruct, project. Yeah, big time. That's true, Raymond. Dropped Audible like a hot potato 2 months ago and loved it. With credits remaining. That's impressive. There are no tariffs on Russia, no. So thank you guys for being here today. I as always, I appreciate your support. And don't forget, hey, I fixed the newsletter link. So I didn't realize my links were like not working in the box on YouTube. So sorry about that. I'm so sorry. All the links are fixed. So if you want to sign up at thirdEyeChampagne.com or Patreon, the links are fixed. The links are there. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, the link is fixed. So you can go in the box and you can click it and it will sign you up for the newsletter. And I highly recommend it because newsletter subscribers next week are going to be joining the member and patron exclusive live stream over Zoom. So if you want to join us for that for free, that is a gift that I am giving my newsletter subscribers in the hopes that you will like it so much that you will want to join thirdEyeChampagne.com or Patreon. But if you want to get in on that, it's ad-free, it's uncensored. We can talk about whatever we want. It's a much different vibe than YouTube. It's better, I think. There's something cool about it. But subscribe to that newsletter. I don't spam you. I don't sell your information. Nobody else gets it but me. I don't sell your email or anything crazy like that. The only time I email you is first of the month with the monthly newsletter saying, hey, this is what we did the last month. This is what we're going to do this month. And any announcements I might have. And then if I have readings on sale, and then you will get email notifications when I'm going live. So make sure that you click that little box down there on YouTube. You sign up for the newsletter so you can join us next week for an ad-free, uncensored Psychic Predictions Live. Oh, God. I can feel information coming on. Like I can feel almost like a download. Okay, so stock market. Well, it's not surprising. The cards are like, yeah, boy, are you guys screwed. There it is. There it is. Tower, disaster, 10 swords in the back again, and the business card here, card of the market. There we go. Everybody's watching it. Everybody's paying attention to it. It's going to go back up because I think it has nowhere to go but up right now. So you'll see a small rebound. That's probably because people are buying because everything is, cheap. And then it gets manipulated again. So he's going to continue to manipulate this market. This is all Trump. He and his acolytes will continue to manipulate this market. Your advice here, is to be very cautious. So look, if you're like, man, I want to buy, this is a good time for me to buy, everything's cheap, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. You got that 9 there. You can do that. But if you do, be very, very cautious. Be very, very cautious. Now, if you have money in the market and you're like, I just lost a bunch of money, we're going to get advice cards for you too. But right now, I think sitting steady is probably going to be your best bet. Hi, Denise. Glad to be here with all the fun people. We love it. Do I see poopy pants? I like that. And is Russian master croaking before 2026? I do not. Although Putin is not well. We did his health cards last week. They weren't great cards. But I don't see him dying anytime soon. All right, so let's see advice for people that have money in the market. Guides are telling me, they're like, it's okay to buy. They're like, if you want to buy, you can buy. They're not really advising a sell. Now, again, I am not a financial expert. I'm a friggin' psychic on YouTube. So you have to take this with whatever grain of salt you want to, whether it's a teeny tiny one or a great big gigantic one. But understand that it's all psychic stuff, not a financial expert. Hi, Amanda. Amanda's super old school. Was there an explosion? Yeah, these cards, if you have money sitting in the market, oof. Okay. You are not being advised to do anything right now. The bound card tells you don't do anything. If you want to buy, so if you want to acquire new things, you can do that. You can do that as long as you're really, really smart and strategic about it. Okay, fine. Otherwise, they're like, don't move. Don't move. Again, we have our illusion delusion card coming in with the money. So they're like, you don't know where it's going. You don't know what's going to happen. Don't move. They want you to watch and sit. So, are you supposed to pull everything out and go liquid and sell everything? No, not according to these cards. If you want to make some purchases as far as stocks go, as far as the market goes, you can do that, but you have to be really, really smart and really, really, oh, you're French. Hi, David. You want to be really, really smart and really, really strategic about it. Be really effing careful. So there was an explosion. Oh my God, no, I saw that. Oh my God. So was that an attempt to take him out? Oh my God, I've seen this. Oh my God, this is what I saw. This is what I saw. If you go back, oh my God, I'm just freaking out right now. If you go back to my early readings, 2017, some of you will remember me saying this, 2017, 2018, I said the man is not going to die a natural death, and I think he dies in a car wreck. And you know what? So this was an attempt on his life, but it wasn't successful. I'm telling you, I said this. You guys, some of you will remember this because you're that far back. I said this. I saw this. I frigging saw this, but I thought he was in the effing car. I mean, this is years ago, but I said it more than once. Holy shit. So I saw, and I said a car. I specifically said a car. Okay, so let's look at him. There he is. Let's see. Oh my God, that gives me chills. That gives me chills. So I saw the attempt on his life, but in my reading, I thought they were going to be successful. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. That's wild. I mean, I know I'm good, but wow. Well, you guys remember also super old school back in 18, I think 18, maybe 17, when those Russians kept harassing me. Oh, we want you to come on our TV or whatever it was. Oh, these are interesting cards here. And they would not leave me alone. And they kept name dropping all these like big time Russian oligarchs. And they're like, oh, so-and-so watches you on YouTube. And they're probably lying, but they were like, oh, they love watching you. It was insane. Wow. Now he's afraid to travel. Look at this. Yeah, that was pre-shadow ban. Yeah, it was. Look at this. He's afraid. So here's your card of travel, and he's like, I fear traveling now. He's afraid to travel. Look at this. He's got the PTSD card. He's being very defensive about everything. He's fighting something here. So he's like, I am fighting something. Who tried to do this? He thinks it was Ukraine, but I don't believe it was. Yeah, dude, he's on high alert. Look at that. Emperor is here. That's high alert card. He's like, what just happened? Wait, I got to look at this a little bit closer because it's amusing me. Baba Vanga predicted Putin would be assassinated by his own security force. Oh, that's interesting. But of course, she doesn't mention Putin by name. Yeah, he thinks it was Ukrainians. He is hella paranoid, though. I gotta do another spread on this. Like, who tried to take this guy out? Because it wasn't Ukrainians. He thinks it was. Sorry, excuse me. The cough is better, but it's still terrible. Zelensky did make a comment about Putin not being alive much longer or something. He did say that. Okay, this is really interesting. So what the guides are telling me, it was someone close to him. Look at this. And the guides are backing it up. So there's friendship cards right there. It's somebody close to him, somebody that paid money for this. And that's what the guides were telling me too. They were like, this is bought and paid for. Somebody paid money to try to kill this guy. And they feel like it was their only chance. And now he's going to be on too high alert to be able to do it again. Like it was a one-shot thing, one-trick pony kind of a thing. And now they're like, now I can't do it. So who was it? Male? It's a male oligarch. It's a male oligarch that Putin considers a close friend. That he would actually never suspect because he doesn't think that this person has the cojones to do it. And you know what? They get away with it. Like they don't get discovered. But it was somebody close to him that paid for this. That paid for it. Interesting. Interesting. A nice cup of plutonium tea, perhaps? I guess they'll want a refund, right? Can you imagine? Give me my money back. Europe are no strangers to wannabe dictators. Will they prevail once more against these modern day wannabes? You know what? Europe is about to be up on it. I tell you what, it's a good day to be a European. It's a good day to be in the European Union. You guys, I'm not kidding. The vibes around Europe are stunning. The vibes around Europe are absolutely stunning. It's like the US hands something to them on a silver platter. It's like, they're like, here you go. UK less so because you guys are going to be dealing with some austerity bullshit from Starmer, which, you know, I mean, he's already making noise about it. Let's cut this. You fucking moron. I'm sorry. I just called Keir Starmer a moron. It doesn't pan out well for him. It does not pan out well for him. The only problem with Canada is they're going to try to do something. They're going to try to overhaul the medical system, and it sort of gets bungled. There's something irritating about it. I don't know what it is, but other than that, you're okay. But I will tell you that the EU is about to hit, and I mean pretty much every single country in the European Union is about to hit some kind of a golden era that literally gets handed to them on a silver platter. On a silver platter. Oh yeah, Putin has no idea who did this. He has no clue. He really doesn't. He's got the illusion card right on top of him. He has no idea. He's not well, though. He's really not well. All right, I want to look at his death and see what cards he gets. That's an interesting question. What happened to all the Chinese people? AI estimates population. I think that's off. That's probably an off estimate. Oh, auntie. Sorry, guys. It sounds better. Believe me, it used to sound terrible. It's a much better cough. Yeah, EU is going to be more free than the US after all this. Yeah, I think you're going to get a lot better trading partners. The US is screwed. We're just totally screwed. And he loves it. Trump loves it. He wants it. It really is revenge. I mean, I can feel it. I can feel it. Sharon says, please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Big hugs. Thank you. And thank you, Sharon. Thank you, all the mods. Appreciate you guys as always. Kristen wants to know if I can do a deep dive on jobs in the future that AI will take from people. Let me tell you something. I don't know if it needs a deep dive, but I'll say that it feels like it's like they want to use, it's like dumb idiots with a new toy. They're going to use AI. Oh, we use AI for everything. It's going to write movies, and it's going to do this, and it's going to do that. It's going to make art, and it's going to blah, 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 blah. And we're going to use AI to do blah, 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 blah. And we're going to get rid of doctors, and AI is going to be making these decisions. And it's like half of that does not fucking pan out. It just doesn't pan out. AI is actually, the guides are telling me, guides are talky today. They're telling me that it is not, it's far from perfect, basically. It's a really an imperfect thing that has a lot of bugs, a lot of problems. It's not as good as people are saying it is. And it's not, the guides are telling me, sorry, it's not usable. They're like, it's not usable right now. It's just not. People are saying all this shit, but it's not usable. They're also saying there's no AI threat. Like if, you're going, oh, it's like Terminator 2 and they're going to take, no, they're not. No AI, that's just not going to happen. But they start to try to use AI for a lot of shit, and then they realize that they can't, and they have to go back to people. So you're going to have a little bit, you're going to get more and more jobs that are automated for sure. But you're also going to have a problem with people going, oh, we can use AI for all of this. And then they go, oh, no, we can't actually. Never mind. That was stupid. Like, no, we cannot do that. So it's weird because you're going to have a lot of pendulum swinging around AI and jobs. I wanted to do one more spread on Putin and his death. Now, what's really interesting is they're not showing me how he passes. But there's two things they are showing me, which is really weird. Number one, people won't be sure that he's dead at first. Like there are rumors, like it's not, there's a period of time, it may be an hour, it may be several days, but there's a period of time where people are like, wait, is he really dead? Is he really gone? Is this a trick? Did he actually die? Like we can't get information. People aren't getting information out of it. And then the other thing you're showing me, big fat celebrations. People are super stoked. Isn't this funny? People are super stoked this guy passes away. And his passing leads to some kind of prosperity. There's also going to be really bizarre information about his money, where it went, what he's doing with it. It gets like the family doesn't get the money somehow or something. Like there's something weird about the money where, oh, we thought we were going to inherit all this money, now we're not, or oh, he spent all this money on weird shit, but there's something really bizarre about the money. But people are so stoked when this guy passes away. I mean, people are singing in the streets. They are so stoked. They are absolutely stoked. Guides are also telling me, so I'm getting a download. Guides are also telling me that you're going to see even bigger and bigger protests coming out of America. It's really, they're not really being covered as much as they should be. Guides are telling me they're practically happening every day. You're going to get a couple of really big ones. People are going to go nuts. You're also going to start to see a lot of union pushback. The guides are pushing, they're saying unions are going to go nuts. And what's funny is I know a lot of them voted for Trump. You know, a lot of union members voted for Trump. They're coming after unions, and these unions are really not going to put up with it. They're really, really not. So you're going to see a lot of noise, banging, hollering, people getting really, really upset. At one point, this man floats the idea of a war, which is not uncommon. He was doing that before in the last administration. He floats, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, blah, 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 blah. The guides are basically telling me that until something literally happens, you can't take him at his word one way or another. We're going to look at the possibility of a third term. I know people are like, oh, it's not possible. We're going to look. But they're also telling me, they're showing me sea levels raising big time, super big time. That's a big one. Stuff with oceans, the temperatures being way too off. You're going to see a lot of mass die-offs. They're showing me that. That's the first thing they're showing me. The second thing they're showing me is fishermen are going to be in trouble. There's going to be trouble with fishermen by trade that, you know, maybe there's no fish. I don't know, but or it could be because of trade wars or trade stuff. I don't know, but they're saying fishermen are in trouble. But I'm not getting, that's the problem with being psychic is you don't just get a complete picture all the time. Sometimes it's like weird, but they're saying fishermen are in trouble. Like the trade, it's in trouble. There's going to be trouble coming in. The next thing they're showing me, so we're all over the map here. The next thing they're showing me is the UK. They're showing me Starmer is replaced. I wouldn't count Jeremy Corbyn down and out. I would not. But I believe Starmer is replaced by a woman. But it's not anytime soon. But he is replaced. Like he doesn't just like, I feel like Tony Blair was there forever. I feel like Tony Blair never left. He was just like there and there and there. And then, you know, I don't feel like that was Starmer. It doesn't feel like, oh yeah, but he's just going to sit there for a while. No, he gets replaced too. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. There is massive corruption that comes out of Parliament in the UK. There are going to be MPs that are like, oh, you got paid off. There's going to be a revelation soon. There's something coming in where people are like, oh, it's not just the UK. It's a lot of different places, but it's like all these people are on somebody's payroll. And I don't know who it is, but I'm leaning because it's somebody super crazy rich. So it could be Musk, it could be Putin, it could be Saudi prince, but it's somebody that's like, oh yeah, all these people have been on the payroll. There's like scandal coming out. But I don't know. I can't give you a time. I have no timing on this. I have none. I have absolutely none. You guys know if I can't give you organic timing, my timing is for shit. I freely admit this. But there's some kind of scandal where people are like, oh, so-and-so got paid off. So-and-so got paid off. This is somewhat global, but it's really Western, the Western world that's dealing with this. And a lot of it feels like UK. It could be other countries as well. They're showing me people screaming. So I know I'm getting like visuals. They're showing me people screaming. Now I'm in US Congress and people are screaming. This is something very passionate is coming. And people are hollering and yelling on the floor of the Senate or the House. I'm not sure which, but people are screaming. They're saying everybody gets riled up. America stays riled up. There is, and it's like a lot of the Trumpy stuff dies down. Oh, a lot of these Trump supporters, and I will tell you, in Idaho and Montana, you wouldn't believe the signs. Like he didn't already win. You wouldn't believe it. It's just everywhere. We love Trump. But a lot of people that were like backing this guy are like, oopsie. So you have a few more people that are going, oopsie. I mean, you're always going to have the diehards that you can do no wrong. I mean, they're definitely in a cult. But you get more people going, oh shit, this is a problem. This guy's a problem. This whole thing is a problem. Guys are also telling me eventually, I mean, it's like fully and concretely known that this guy is a Russian asset. But it's not till after he dies. It's not till after he passes. He's also not a well man, but I don't see death on him per se. But it's, I mean, oh, he tried to tell me he's very, very strong. This guy's such a liar. He's a liar even with psychic stuff. What else? There's going to be food issues. There's going to be food issues, and this is sort of global. Although it feels like it's mostly Western countries and it's mostly America. But there are food problems coming in with shortages. Particularly, it looks like there's beef issues. Yeah, I mean, they're saying that this administration is destructive on levels we can't even understand. Like, we will not understand it until 20 years later when we look back and we go, oh my God, look, you know, it's like with Reagan. It's like, oh, Reagan did this and now we're dealing with the consequences in 2025. It's the same thing. Oh, Trump did this in 2025 and in 2045 we're going, oh, so the thing we're dealing with now in 2045 is because of Donald Trump, who will be dead by then. But they are saying just destructive on a level that we cannot possibly understand. Mostly to Americans. There's no other issues with other, you know, countries having problems because we're screwing up, except for a lot of the trade tariff issues. I mean, the economy is not going to be great anywhere, but we're going to get it the worst. The worst. So, okay, let's see. Trump keeps floating this idea. He's trying to normalize the idea of a third term. And one of the things, I think he'd be too old by then and too out of it, honestly. But he keeps floating this idea of, you know, oh, well, they'll elect J.D. Vance and I'll be his vice president and then he'll step down and I can be president again. It'll be great. Like, he's trying to normalize the idea of a third term. 100%. He truly is. So let's see what's up with that. Oh, shit, dude. I hope he steps on a Lego. You guys are hilarious. Okay, so looking at the idea of a third term for Trump, listen, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't see it. What the cards are telling me, the message from the cards is it is not out of the realm of possibility. So please don't think that it's some dumb fucking thing that he's just saying. Like, it's not out of their own possibility. It's really not. I'm going to show you here. So he has opportunity here. He wants to do it. This is in the home environment, the sneaky card. So he's planning on it. He's 100% planning on it. He wants to do it. And then he's got the opportunity cards here as well. And we have the Tower card, which to me is, again, volatile energy. We don't know where it's going to go. He's 100% planning on it. So here's your, over here. Here's your planning card. Here's your future card. He plans on it. He plans on having a third term one way or another. 100% he really does. Whether or not he can pull it off, I don't know. But the cards are telling me the volatility is here. The opportunity is here. I think he'd do exactly what he said he's going to do. And J.D. Vance will run and he'll be vice president and then Vance will step down. I think he'll do exactly what he says he's going to do if he's still alive. I haven't seen martial law. I don't see martial law. I'll look at it, though. Take a peek. I'm so curious how they're going to explain this time period to kids 30 years from now. Yeah, agree, Jazzy. I know. Yeah, let's look at Booker. Let's look at Cory Booker. See how that 25-hour and 18-minute speech did his ass. So I know he said he dehydrated himself. I think that's just a thing that you say because you don't want to say I fully just wore a diaper for 25 hours while I was on national television and every social media platform ever. I'm pretty sure he wore a fucking diaper. Who could, especially a 55-year-old man with that prostate, you're telling me that he could go for a full day, over a full day without having to go to the bathroom? Bullshit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. He's like, I dehydrated myself. No, you didn't. Come on, Booker. You either had a stadium pal in the cuff of your pants or you were wearing a dodo. My nephew used to call it dodo. No, it was my brother that used to say that. My dodo. Change my dodo. Cory Booker wearing a dodo on the Senate floor. We love to see it. We do. So I don't see anything. I see no martial law right now. However, I'm going to tell you this. We cannot trust our own government. We know this. We know this as Americans. We know this. But this is literally saying, okay, just so you know, like you can't trust these people. Just so you know, you can't trust them. But I don't see martial law right now. So let's look at Cory Booker. He looks a little heavier on the bottom half, right? Right? I know people are like, he's wearing an extra large suit. There was a lot going on, dude. And that is commitment. Whether or not the man dehydrated himself to where he didn't have to pee for a full day, which is very bad for you, by the way, or he was wearing a diaper or a stadium pal or whatever he was doing. I mean, that is commitment. Have to give it to him. You have to give it to him. Yeah, no, I think it was a genius move by Cory Booker. I think it was absolutely genius. And I was here for it. I was absolutely here for it. Yeah, we'll look at RFK. We're too old for dehydration holding pee out. That's what I'm saying. Something going on. Diapers for democracy. I love that. Yeah, no, I just, it's so nice to see somebody do something, even though what he did was largely performative. I mean, we're not going to get anything out of it. It doesn't do anything for us. Trump is still doing terrible shit. But I think it made me feel more like somebody had my back, like somebody was paying attention, like somebody knew that something was going on rather than Hakeem Jeffries, who was like, business as usual, Chuck Schumer, business as usual. It made me feel more secure. It may not be a real security. I don't think it is a real security, but it made me feel more secure, which is important, which I think that Democrats especially, but I think all, parties need to understand that, like, 9 times out of 10, your voters are voting emotionally on how they feel. It's literally their feelings. It's literally their feelings. And I feel secure because of Cory Booker, and that makes me want to vote for him and give him money. I mean, it's fully emotional. It's fully emotional. But I mean, yeah, I haven't seen that out of Adam Schiff. I haven't seen it. Those are my senators, Schiff and Alex Padilla. I haven't seen it. It's funny. I don't like Padilla's vibe. Schiff did Katie Porter dirty, this we know, but now she's running for governor of California, which I think she'd actually do very well at. But I did not vote for Alex Padilla, and there's something about him I don't like. The king agrees. Buddy, bud, we're safe. We're safe. Kingy, hey, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe, little guy. Hi, we're safe. No, we really are. We're really safe. Here. say hello to your public. Come here and say hello, and I'm going to give you your greenie. Say hello. Come on. Come say hello. Say hello. Oh, good boy. Will you shake? Thank you. Okay, take that. Good boy. Break for the king. Thank you, Judy. Your neighbor's dog started barking at the same time. So Cory Booker. Interesting. So he wanted to bring attention to Trump, which he did. Lovely. Does it do anything for Booker in the long run? It kind of might. It's put him in a very good position. Very, very good position. It's kind of up to him to see where he takes it, politically speaking, as far as his own political career. But his whole move, this is the root of the reading, was, hey, everybody, pay attention. Look at this. Look at what's going on. And he got attention. He got attention on him. He has a lot of people looking at him. People know his name that didn't know his name before. It puts him in a very strong position of strength. And it's really up to him where he's going to take it. It's really up to him. So we may see more out of Cory Booker. Could we see a presidential run? I think we could. Yes, I do. But I will tell you this. The landscape is so bizarre and so different for 2028. It's going to be shocking. Oh, let's look at that. Vibrant Cat Eye says, how are women's rights and abortion looking now? Yeah, let's take a peek. I did EMDR therapy today, which I swear by. And I was looking at today, we were dealing with medical trauma. No. Kingy, stop. Kingy, I'm going to have to go get him. There's nothing to bark at. The shades are down. But I realized in the middle of this EMDR, because I don't know if anybody else that does EMDR has these revelations, but I get these revelations in the middle of it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a thing. And I've always known this, but it really hit home, dealing with all this medical trauma throughout my life. And I realized that, hi, you already got your treatsies. Hi. I realized that a lot of me getting treated like crap was because I was a woman. Still am. Am, whatever. But a lot of, not getting pain medication when I needed it, not being believed that I was in pain. It hits me as I'm doing this EMDR. I'm like, oh, it's because you're a woman. The king knows what's coming. He isn't buying it. Yeah, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I went, oh my God. And so, I feel like we have to advocate for ourselves that much harder as women. I mean, it really got in my head today. So, women's rights. Well, here's Trump in our cards. Isn't that nice? Here's Trump. And he's like, let me put the burden on y'all. It's going to be great. Let me put the burden on you. Are we right to be defensive? Yes. There it is. We see our rights being taken away here in the past. There it is. Ba-bow. See, death of the rights. There it is. And then we move over here, and what I actually see right now, yes, he's going to try to place the burden on us. He's going to try to do whatever he wants to do as far as, women go in the U.S. We're in for some troubled times, but a lot of it doesn't stick. So we're moving towards some turbulent times. I see that here. But a lot of it doesn't stick. So a lot of it, we're kind of sitting here going, okay, they tried this, but it didn't work. Okay, they tried that, but it didn't work. Okay, they tried this, and it did work, but only partially worked. So it's a volatile. It's very, very volatile. I mean, I don't think they're coming after national abortion. I really don't. Not right now. They might later, but they're not going to do it right now. Let's look though. There is a lot of women are dying because of these laws. I mean, this is no joke. You know. Yeah, make no mistake though. I mean, they are coming for us. And the thing too is it feels like, okay, so I have to tell you, I have to interrupt myself because I have to go backwards to tell you what I'm about to tell you. See, I still have flu brain a little bit. So during my flu, where I literally couldn't do anything but lay on the couch for 2 weeks straight, I got into a very serious World War II deep dive, historically speaking. I mean, I was watching everything you could. I mean, Germany specifically, World War II Germany. So specifically stuff on the former chancellor, of course, AH, and the party that he was in charge of, and the German people, and the parallels were shocking to me. And I know a lot of people say, oh no, you can't compare it to Germany because it's different. It's actually not the same. It's more like XYZ. I mean, I see experts saying that all the time. Okay, great. But there's also a lot of parallels. And one of the things, the dog is growling now. He's all riled up. One of the things that struck me as similar to the US is the vibe, the feeling, okay? Because, I watch stuff. I don't just watch it like regular people. I get all the vibes. I get all the feels. I'm getting downloads. It's par for the course with me. And I was absolutely struck by the feeling being exactly the same. And one of the things that really hit me is that these Trumpers really, really, truly hate us. The us, whoever the us is to them. And it was the same. So I watched this whole documentary about these death squads, basically. They were Kingy. Dude, you gotta stop. Before they opened the camps, they were just running around shooting people. And they did this study as to why, because I did not know this, these people could opt out. So they could say, nope, I don't want to shoot Jews. Sorry, it's not in my wheelhouse. And they would not be reprimanded. They wouldn't get shot themselves. Nothing would happen to them. They just, their company would be mad at them. And there would be a lot of peer pressure going on. Well, we did it. Why can't you do it? Blah, blah, blah. But militarily speaking, legally speaking, there were no repercussions if you didn't want to shoot Jews. Not there. Oh God, can I say that on YouTube? Probably not. What's really interesting though, is that everybody did. So this is the interesting part. Everybody did. And when they looked into why everybody did, it was because they had so many applicants to be part of these police forces that they were able to pick and choose, and they specifically chose people they were already predisposed to hate. And that really struck me with what we're dealing with now, is that these people, these Trumpers, the diehard Trumpers, are predisposed to hate. They want to see people like us. It's just like Trump. It's revenge. They want to see people like us that aren't for what they are for, that are different, or that believe in gay rights, trans rights, women's rights, black rights, brown rights, what have you. They want to see us suffer, and they don't care if they suffer with us. That is not, they'll consider it a sacrifice to their God. And the vibe, that's the thing that got me. That was watching this and watching all these, old movies and all this old footage. It was the same vibe as America right now. It's the same vibe. It's this like, you deserve what you get. They're enjoying it. That's the thing. They're enjoying it. They're into it. And those aren't people you're ever going to change. And I don't understand. I'm just like soapboxing right now. Just give me a minute. I don't understand why Democrats don't understand that. Because even I got it on a very basic level. Like, these people aren't going to change. You're not going to get swing voters. But when I started really feeling those parallels, it hit me like, wow, it's the same vibe. It's the same feeling. I want to see you go down. I want to see you go down. I want to see you upset. I want to see you hurt. I'm enjoying it. Even if I too am hurting, it doesn't matter, because my enjoyment at your pain is so great that I will sacrifice to feel it. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. All right, what else do we need to look at? I do have an overhead light on. I don't see anything on my camera, though. Like, there's nothing there. What else do we need to look at, guys? That's what scares me, though. It's the same vibe. Like, I don't care if you get hurt. I don't care. Arjuman says, I took Holocaust survivor testimonies, and this is exactly what they described. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's terrifying to me. It was the same vibe, and that freaked me out. They don't care that there are people being deported and sent to an El Salvadorian mega prison against their rights. They don't care. Oh, dude, we got to look at, actually, we do have to look at Justin Bieber. Oh, yeah, let's look at, no, I don't think Loomer's going to replace Elon. But yeah, let's look at Carney and Polyev for Canada this week. I do want to look at, Justin Bieber's putting up some weird shit on social media these days. Look at Carney's cards first. Will the billionaires and corporations succeed in taking over city governments and turning them into something like autocracies? Not on a large scale. I know. Look at me. I'm coming along, Julia. Carney's cards are stunning. Ooh, Canada likes him right now. His cards are great. He's got the star card and the victory card at the root. He's got, thank you, Footprint Tarot. He's got the 3 of Cups here. People are into him. Same as I saw last time. It is his to lose. It is his to lose. So let's look at our other guy here. See how his cards are. I do want to, I mean, listen, I think I do need to look at Social Security in the U.S. Just people are freaked out about it. I want to take a peek at those cards. Oh, that's a good question too. Will inequality get better in the future? Feels like globally it's just regressing. So let's see. David, you're not sold on Carney? He's got good cards right now. All right. So Polyev, let's see here. He's just sitting here. Ooh, he's just sitting here. He doesn't have it right now. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He's sitting here. He's got the disappointment card in the home environment. His vibes are just sitting here, so he doesn't have a lot of movement. He's got the bound card, which I don't love because that means he's not moving. He's not going anywhere. He's got this in his home environment, the card of chaos, and no friends. The man has no friends. Carney's cards were nice. You get the Three of Cups. That shows he has friends. People like him. People want him. Right now, Polyev is no. He's got no pals. He's got no friends. So right now, Carney is poised, I think, to take this thing. As far as the cards go, I would be very surprised if he does not. So, okay, let me look at Social Security. But there was something else we were just talking about. What was it? Inequality. Does inequality get better in the future? I'm going to look at that first. Ooh, guides are saying there's a reckoning. And so there is a very large global shift towards people, like no more haves and have-nots. Like there's a big shift, but now this is wild. All right, I'm going to tell you a wild ass thing that they're telling me. They're telling me that it feels quote unquote like the second coming of Christ. So I mean, it's a very Judeo-Christian way of looking at things, obviously, but that's the vibe. It's like globally there's this I don't know how to put it. It's like this vibe sort of descends and everybody's like, oh yeah, we need to take care of everybody. But that's way off though. I mean, at least 100 years off. At least 100 years off. Like it's a vibe. There's no I hate to break it to you, but if you're waiting for an actual second coming of Christ, you'll be waiting a real long time. But there is a vibe that comes down and everybody's like, oh, why have we been living like this? Like, why have we been letting people, that's why I mean, it feels, because it does feel very Christ-like, because it's like very inclusive and it's just this really pretty vibe. But it's kind of like, why have we been letting this happen? Why have we been letting people starve? Why have we been doing this? Why have we been allowing all this to go on? But it's at least, if not 100 years from now, maybe even 200 years from now. I mean, but it's like a complete societal vibe change. And it's like, this is no longer acceptable. Like the things that are being allowed, no longer acceptable. It's like, it's not socially acceptable anymore. They're like, no, you can't have a country where people starve. You can't have billionaires. You can't have all this. Like there's a big shift. We do. It's funny because the cards say the same thing. We go towards higher wisdom. There will be a balance of, economically speaking, there's going to be balance money wise. We actually go back to the past, which is interesting because you want to know kind of like what past. Like what past? Everything's felt weird since 2020. I agree, Jazzy. Totally agree. But we go, look at this. We go towards wisdom. We go towards wisdom and we go towards this vibe of really taking care of each other. But it's not now. Sorry to say, it's not now. It takes a good hot minute. If you're looking for it in this lifetime, I don't think you're going to get it. Okay, so let's look at Social Security in the US. There's a problem if there are millionaires and poor people going hungry and homeless. Agree, Armando. Totally agree. Did you know that Finland, Eater Natty says Finland has no homeless. They give them free tiny apartments and counseling to get them back on feet. Yeah. Will Anonymous create any real problems for 45? Melon, is that Elon? Leon, I like to call him sometimes. No, not real problems, no. What good stuff is coming? David says, look at what good stuff is coming. We will take anything at this point. Yeah, good idea. I like it. I love that, actually. Yeah, it's same thing with Social Security I saw before. There's going to continue to be problems. There's going to continue to be issues. I think you are going to get to a point where the checks are not getting where they're supposed to be, or when they're supposed to be there. It doesn't mean you're not going to get paid. It means you're not going to get paid on time. So it doesn't look too good there, but they're not going to get rid of it. Do I see Liberals winning in Canada? Carney looks good. I don't know if Carney's a Liberal, but Carney, as far as Prime Minister goes, Carney looks really good. VA's trashed. VA's trashed, and Snap. It's weird because I see a flip-flop. It's like they cut a bunch of stuff and then they add it back in. I don't know. So I don't know what that looks like. But it's like, oh yeah, we're going to cut it. So they do cut a bunch of stuff out of Snap. And then they're like, so, I don't know if the same people add it in or if Dems get in charge. They're like, oh, we got to add this back in and help these people. But they add it back in. What kind of delays? I mean, that's going to be different for different people. That's going to be different across the board for different people. But I think you're going to get weird stuff. And it may not be widespread. It may not be widespread at all. Okay, so good news only. Then we'll jump into our celebrity gossip portion of the evening. Angelica, I covered that in the very beginning of this recording. Well, live stream, but it'll be recorded, obviously. As far as recession and depression goes, it's the first thing I looked at. I think the Menendez brothers will be released. I do. I saw it a while ago. I'm going to do Bieber. I'm going to do Bieber right after this, actually. Oh, I love these cards. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Okay. Interesting. Makes sense. Oh, these are quite lovely. Okay, so first things first, cards are telling you, hey, by the way, don't forget you just came out of an eclipse season and you're in a retrograde season still. So things are feeling funky as hell. So this doesn't last. This feeling where we're like, oh my God, it's this, it's that, it's the other. I'm feeling like Mr. Rogers. I'm going to take my sweater off here. A little hot. It's a little hot, y'all. Okay, so remember this. What we're feeling right now is super temporary. That it's like, okay, things are crazy right now. It's because we just came out of eclipse season. That's the deal. But what do I love? Okay, this is what I love. Long story short, you are supposed to find balance with your people. So these cards are very much focused on your individual relationships. You are supposed to go where it's happy. They're like, not everything is bad. Not yes, government is bad and Trump is bad and he's doing dumb shit and recession and this, that, and the other. And we know, and it's rough and a lot of people got laid off and people are being deported. We know all this. We know all these things are happening. Remember this. You are allowed to be okay. You are allowed to be happy. You are allowed to have happy moments during these time periods. So do not overly focus on the bad stuff. You should go where you're happy. Go where your people are, especially your people. Look at this. Your people are everywhere in these cards. And it is about finding your joy and happiness and finding your happy space. That's what these cards are saying. You can create your own happiness. Literally, these all three came up together. So you're working on creating your own happiness with yourself and with everybody else. That's the move here. That's the job. It's a little bit like swimming upstream because you have all this shit coming down at you, right? It's like swimming against a current. You have all this stuff coming down at you and you're like, but I will be happy. Like it's kind of the same. That's my swimming, apparently. But you're like, I will find my happiness. So it's a little bit more difficult maybe than it would be in any other ridiculous time period, right? But that's the job here. That's the move. The cards are literally saying there's happiness everywhere. There's joy everywhere. There's peace everywhere. Just have to go and get it. And get it. And also the guides are telling me, they're saying you don't, now this is interesting. They're saying you don't need all the things that you think you do need. You don't need all the stuff you think you need. And that's not just material. They're not just talking about buying stuff. But what they're telling me is that you can find joy even in the most ridiculous of situations. And that's the move. You gotta get your micro happiness. You gotta have your favorite meal. You gotta have your favorite meal with your favorite people. That's the move here. That's the move. We're in a little bit of a tempestuous period here. We're going to come out of it. We always do. We always will. Life works in cycles. Do you really think evolved ETs want the orange turd? No way. Why? Are we trying to sell him to aliens? Yeah, you got to get your happiness. That's what I'm saying. And that's the cards. That's the guides. They're saying, listen, you're allowed to be happy, even though other people are not doing so hot. People are suffering. People are not doing well. You're still allowed to be happy. And you got to go find those little moments. All right, let's look at Justin Bieber. So Justin Bieber has been putting out some really interesting social media posts these days. People think he's stoned. They think he's high. I will read on Luigi next week when I am ad-free and uncensored, because social media does not like you reading or talking about him. So again, sign up for that newsletter. I don't sell your stuff. I don't spam you. Next week, I am doing a Zoom. Newsletter subscribers will get the invite. You will get the invite for the ad-free, uncensored Zoom live psychic readings. So if you're not signed up for that, please do so. It is my way of tempting you to try to get you to come be a patron or a member of thirdEyeChampagne.com. But I also do. I enjoy opening up that platform for people that maybe can't afford to join and they still want to see me ad-free and uncensored. So those are the two reasons I do it. For people that can't afford to join, and for people that can and that might want to, they can get a sampling of what they're going to get. So that is happening. That I will do that next week. I'm not going to do that here. That just seems, a little bit risky. So yeah, Justin Bieber is posting some stuff. People are saying he's not well. They're saying he's high. I think the baby's here in his cards. Oh, this guy's getting a divorce. Whoa, this guy's getting a divorce. You know who else I want to look at, actually? Jay-Z and Beyonce. Isn't it funny how that lawsuit came up for Jay-Z and they were like, yeah, he did all the Diddy stuff too. And then we haven't heard from the lawsuit. Oh, good luck with your surgery, Jeff. Yeah, look at this. So the baby is here. Bieber is here. He's not happy. This guy's not happy. I don't know that he's on drugs. I don't get the sense that he is, to be quite honest. But look at this. He is like, I need out. I want a divorce. I'm out of here. Did they drop it? They dropped the Jay-Z lawsuit? I think I said they were going to drop it. Yep, I think they said they were going to drop it. Interesting. Yeah, I want to look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. But yeah, this guy is like, here's your divorce card. It came up with the sun, and right below it, the 10 of swords. This guy is like, I want out of here. He's not happy. He's an easy read. He's always been an easy read. And I will tell you this, he actually has very sweet energy. I was surprised because I heard that, all this stuff, these rumors that he was a jerk, he's this, he's that. And when I read on him, he actually has super sweet energy. I also want to do a big fat shout out to the GOAT, Val Kilmer, who passed away on April 1st. Obviously, I'm not going to read on him. if you're new here, I don't do that. I like to give the family time. Like I said, one of my worst nightmares is if I turned on YouTube after my dad died and I saw some psychic reading on him, I would have lost my mind. So I like to give a nice big space. Before I do readings on people that have recently passed. But I know you guys love those readings, and I will do them for you. I just like to give a big space. But I will say, God bless Val Kilmer, who gave us some of the best performances, and Godspeed. You bumped into him on the street, a very gracious man. Oh, interesting. He should have gotten an Oscar for Doc Holliday. He should. Oh, that wants to go back here. Yeah, he was. I actually am on, of course, the Val Kilmer run since he passed. I've been watching movies. He's good in everything. Oh, the Jim Morrison? Yeah, Jim Morrison. He was really good playing Jim Morrison. Elon cutting the wife's support. Ooh. Ooh. Dude, I tell you what, Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage is hanging on by a thread. These aren't good cards. These are not good marriage cards. They're all just sitting here. She feels like she was lied to. We know he cheated on her, but she's like, I was lied to. They're just sitting here. They're not feeling great. Things are not good. They feel trapped. There's a lot of anger sitting in this relationship. Right now, kids are at the root of the reading. So I wonder if it's money and kids, because there's your money card, there's your kids card. He's looking at the relationship and he's kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen. He doesn't want to get divorced. I don't think Jay-Z wants to get divorced, but I think Beyonce is like, I don't know about all this. But right now, they're not going anywhere. They're just going to continue down this path. Yeah, 65 is not old. It was a very early checkout. I agree. Yeah, let's look at Elon's money, actually. Little student fraud, everyone. So I understand that this man doesn't have however many $1 billion sitting in the bank, that a lot of it is, his stock is worth this much. So he's really this rich. To quote Matthew McConaughey, it's a fugazi. But he just cut his, and I guess this chick is a right-wing Trumpy lady. Actually, I really want to do like an in-depth Elon. I want to get really nasty Elon Musk tea because I hate him so much. We might have to do a special Zoom. Because, they have there's all these rumors about all sorts of disgusting sexual stuff. And then the Scorpio just came right out of my mouth. I want to look at everything. They say that it is broken. I want to know all the sex tea on Musk just because I know it's going to be juicy and horrible, and I want to know all these bad things about him. Isn't that terrible? Is that terrible? We might have to do a special Musk reading. I gotta get fully recovered before I do extra stuff. And I owe you members and patrons a Drunk Tarot. We were supposed to do one last week, and obviously I wasn't well enough to do it. Ha! All this woman really cares about is being famous. And this was like a business deal. Like money exchanged hands for this kid. This was like a business deal. This is very bizarre. But now she's freaking out. It's like she didn't really know who she was getting in bed with. No pun intended. And he has nothing but contempt for this woman. Nothing but contempt for her. But she's like obsessed with the fame. It's wild. She's like, she wants to be known. She wants to be famous. She wants to be seen. I think he does, but it, kind of in a weird way. Listen, Musk lives in his own world. I've said this before. He lives in his own world where like it's like a comic book. Like it's like he's just caping around. You know what I mean? Like he's in La La Land. She, and here's the money. There is I truly wonder if money exchanged hands because she got pregnant on purpose, or she said, oh yeah, I'll volunteer to have another baby with you or whatever, because I know I can get money from it. But this is like this kid is like transactional. It's really weird. Whereas with Grimes, I don't feel like those kids were transactional. It feels like Grimes was like, this guy's great, I'm gonna have babies with him, and then was like, oh shit, this guy sucks. Oh, I know. Puts the kid on his shoulders. Ian's saying he's a horrible man for putting his son up on his shoulders sometimes to stop someone from taking him out. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yes, Robin. Yes, because he can't get it up. No, not still talking about Beyonce. No. We've moved on to Elon Musk. No. No, Beyonce has nice vibes, actually. No, yeah, this lady, and she's like super bummed out. What's her name? Ashley. She's super bummed out. She's like, I didn't realize. It's like I didn't know the leopards were going to eat my face kind of a thing. Like she's going like, I didn't realize. I didn't realize this guy was going to do this to me. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Elon. Thank you, Jill. Elon pays women to have male children, and they are all artificial. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's dude, she did not like this woman is like, I didn't know this was going to turn out this way. It was kind of insane to me. She wants to be famous. She wants that. But she's not very bright, I feel like. Yeah, exactly. She should have known Elon was not husband material. Is she very young? I don't know her age. Oh, let's look at that. Katie, I love that question. Are the Mike Johnson's Grindr messages real? I don't think they are. I don't think they are real, actually. Let's look at Mike Johnson now. See, this is the shit I live for. I live for this just nasty, low down, real gossipy shit. Isn't that terrible? I don't care. Can't apologize for who I am, damn it. Oh shit, maybe they are real. They might actually be real. These cards, I'm going to look again, but these cards do not give me any indication that they are somebody else did it. Got the victory card right here. Like, I mean, I got the wish card right here. Like, I don't see anything. I don't see the devil. I don't see the 7 of cups. I don't see the 7 of swords. Let's take another peeky at Mr. Johnson, shall we? She's 27. Oh, yeah, that's young. That's young. So no wonder she's coming across the way that she is, because she's just kind of giving me like airhead. I don't want to say airhead, but just like not super bright. And I think delusional. I think delulu is a good word for it. Just kind of like, oh, I didn't know he was going to do this. But he does this. This man gives people what they want to see. No, I don't even think there are any tapes. I don't know where people got this idea that there were tapes. As far as the P tapes go with Trump, I don't think they exist. Oh, new Patreon member. Yay, thank you. Oh, this is naughty. Oh, this is naughty. Mike Johnson. Okay, second spread. I get no indication that they are not real. So I think it's legit, but look at this. This This guy likes to have threesomes. Boom, right there. That is the card of the threesome. Have you taken my Sex in the Tarot class? If you have not, the link is in the box, but I show you how to read all of the tarot cards in a sexual way. Every sex aspect of every card that you could possibly think of, I teach you in that class. I don't really hype it enough, I guess. I really don't, because it's a really good class and it's hilarious. But this is, yeah. He is a super freak. He's a super freak. Hello to New York City. Hi, Gene. Yeah. I'm not going to out him. But I'm going to say this. I don't feel like these cards are not giving me any indication that the messages are false. And he definitely likes to have more than one partner. For sure. Some of these Republicans are the most freaky deaky people you will ever meet, dude. And I wish, that's the one thing I can't stand is the hypocrisy. I wish they would just let it fly. Go have your threesomes, Mike Johnson. Go have those threesomes. Okay, but my question is this. I mean, it's semi-rhetorical. I know everybody finds somebody attractive, right? Like there's somebody for everybody. But like with Mike Johnson, like with Donald Trump, like somebody's looking at that and going, I'm into it. You know, somebody's looking at that and going, yeah, I mean, like there are certain politicians where I'm like, oh yeah, you, I mean, if you were, it was between you and I don't know who else, but if there was a choice and it was like you're standing there, Cory Booker, sure, okay, fine, yeah, we'll do it, totally down, right? I think AOC is hot as hell, sure, great. I mean, maybe, no, I was gonna say maybe Bernie Sanders, a little bit younger Bernie Sanders, but then I just thought of like, I just probably not the best sex. Probably not the best sex. What am I even reading on right now? I went off on a sex tangent. What am I even reading on? Am I just putting down cards for no reason? Oh, the P tapes. That's right. They really exist. Right. Bernie Sanders wearing the mittens. I'm once again asking you to get in the bed with me. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I was actually going to go with Bernie. And then I was like, no, I actually wouldn't have sex with him. But they're, like Mike Johnson. Who wants it? Who wants that? Here's another one. Now, I feel like, and I could be totally delusional right now. I feel, oh yeah, Eric Swalwell. Yep. That's a good one too. And, I always had a thing for Biden with his aviators on, but not without them. Like if I were to go to bed with Joe Biden, he would have to wear the sunglasses the whole time. Obama was kind of, he kind of had a vibe. Like he had a cool vibe. Yeah, AOC's super hot. She's super hot. Jasmine Crockett too, with the eyelashes. She looked good. Newsom is smarmy and disgusting and will always be my go-to politician that I would have sex with. Hands down. Disgusting. We know he's just smarmy as hell. We just know it. He's with Kimberly Guilfoyle, for God's sake. Now, you can't tell me that she ain't doing some freaky shit, because you know she is. But no, there's no P tapes, but there are tapes. So look at this. Now, this is the humor of the cards. Okay, so here you have the star card. She is a naked woman. I can't show her because it's YouTube. But she's pouring. You can see she's pouring water. She's pouring water out. This would literally be your card of the P tape. It's coming in with the Seven of Cups, the card of illusion, delusion, and the Strength card, which says to me there are no P tapes. Okay, but there are tapes of some kind. Yeah, I wonder if it's young girls, Denise. There are tapes. So the card's like, oh no, somebody got a tape. There are tapes. We got tapes, but not of that. And secret tapes. So these three came up together. Look at this. So here's your card of secrets. Here's your card of, yeah, they exist. The wish card's going, yeah, it's here. And then you also have the observation card right there. They're literally, I mean, that could be a VCR. VCR, sure, why not? I'll date myself. That could be a VCR, and they're watching well, we said tapes. I guess that's why. And they're watching it. Yes. Yeah, there's definitely tapes of something, but not of that. Isn't that interesting? Now, what other politicians would we all have sex with? And that's when the show devolved and people stopped watching right there. Oh my goodness. Is there anything else lighthearted we need to look at while we're here? Whilst we're here, anything else fun before we go? You know, we need that palate cleanser when we look at all that political shit in the US. Oh, that's why he won't release anything from Jeffrey. Yeah, that's probably true. That's the kind of stuff I want to look at on the Zoom. Older women are the best. No pregnancy worries. I feel that. Really, Pete Buttigieg, really not my type. Not my type. Not a bad looking guy, though. You're still recovering from the Bernie in bed idea. Off topic, TC says, do you read your cards differently if they come up upside down? I don't typically read upside down. Like, I don't use the cards in an upside down way, but when they come up, this is a weird thing. When they come up face up, I can tell if they want to be upside down by the cards that are around them. So I do read upside down, but I don't actually have my cards go upside down. If that makes any sense. What's happening on April 5th? I have no idea. Pete is gay. You're not his type either. I know. Listen, this is a perfect world where I can have anybody I want, but it wouldn't be Pete. It's just not my type. Oh, yeah, Kelly, that's right. That's true. Johnson and his adopted son keep tabs on each other's porn usage. Yes. Is April 4th an energetic portal? Oh, I got to look at that, actually. And then somebody started mentioning Andy Cohen's cocaine problem, so I want to look at that just to be nosy and rude. I mean, some people say the double numbers are portals. I feel like we've been in one because of eclipse season, and we're not going to get out of it until we're out of retrogrades. Oh, National Action Day. Hakeem Jeffries, really? Also not my type. Yeah, big protest April 5th. Will it be safe? It's a good question. I think it will be. I don't see any issues right now. Apparently the dog has issues. King, you got to stop, bro. Barking at nothing. April 5th. That's right. I forgot. No, I don't see any issues here. No, I don't see any issues. I mean, I see emotions are running high. It's not unsafe to me, but I think people are going to have to worry about chaotic problems and bad actors. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Wait, is the governor of Maryland hot? What? Oh my goodness. John Ossoff. I can't think of the eyes on him. The guy from Texas, not Abbott, not Greg Abbott. Thank you so much, Sharon. Now I got to look up Austin. Now I got to look him up. Now I got to look at this guy up. Okay, I'm officially finished reading. Really? He reminds me of someone. Oh, that's a hot picture. That's the first picture, bad picture. Second picture, pretty cute. Third picture, bad picture. So I feel like it depends on this guy's lighting. I feel like it depends on the lighting. Will you oust Youngkin? Probably not. Westmore. Oh no, see? Y'all got me. You got me looking up hotties. Oh, hello. Oh, I like the smile. Except in one of these pictures, he's got like a Todd Bridges thing going on, which I'm not okay with. Horrible. Colin Allred. All right, now I gotta look up Colin Allred. If I was more savvy, I'd be putting pictures up on the screen, but I don't care. I don't care. I feel like crap, you guys. I don't care. It reminds me of Harry Belafonte. Except I think Harry was better looking. Sounds like my libido's to the roof. No, not really. Ha! We're done with readings. I got to get my workout in. Oh, a beta, but to the left. You guys are cracking me up. You guys are cracking me up. Anything else? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're good. So again, last time I'm going to tell you, if you want to get a reading, schedule with me now. Link is in the box. I'm scheduled out till June. And I mean, they'll probably, oh, just join Patreon. Thank you, David. What else? There's something else. Newsletter. Again, so if you want to do this next week and you want to see what it's like to be a member or a patron, you're going to subscribe to that newsletter. The link is in the box. Subscribe to the newsletter, and you're going to get a link. So if you don't get it by, 3 p.m. next Thursday, check your trash, check your spam. You're going to get a link that will invite you to the Zoom, and you will get to do all of this ad-free and uncensored. It's so much better. So much better. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to go pass out now. This is what I do. I have these bursts where I can do stuff, and then I'm just down. I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night. I woke up at 11 a.m. this morning. I mean, this flu is nasty. Just nasty, nasty, nasty. Oh, thanks, Dorian. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys later.